So we started our channel about 10 months ago now, and we just recently hit 50,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. Couldn't do it without you, obviously. Thought this would be a good time for me to make a tea and spill the tea on what I didn't know about starting a YouTube channel, what nobody told me, maybe in an effort to help you avoid the mistakes that we made along the way, and just so you can sort of understand what you're getting into before you start your channel. So probably the most important thing when you're starting a channel is creating content and videos that you genuinely are interested in and have a lot of knowledge on. It'll just be a lot more easy to be authentic, and people will actually want to take your advice and trust what you have to say because you have interest on it, you've done your research, you have knowledge, and people want to learn from you. It's really important at the beginning to understand that YouTube is a search engine and people are coming here for information and advice. So if you can use that to your advantage, it's a huge leg up in starting your channel. So something that would have saved Lloyd and I a ton of time if we would have learned this a lot sooner, so I'm going to tell you it now, is to, if possible, plan out the title of your video and the thumbnail that you want to take for the video as well before you go shoot anything. We found this helped us stay on track. Sometimes it doesn't always work out because if you're vlogging, you will know that, you know, things don't always go to plan and anything can go. But if you do have a general idea of what kind of video you want to make and what the purpose is of that video before you head out, rather than just taking people along for your life, I know it might seem really exciting to you, but like I said, it's a search engine. People want to learn, people want to see things, and they want to know what they're watching. So if you plan that out ahead of time, it'll just help your filming process go a lot smoother. Another thing that I wish I would have known is how consistent you actually need to be in order to succeed on YouTube. YouTube really favors quantity. They like seeing that you're pumping out a lot of content. Not to say that you can't grow just by posting one video a week, but if you want to increase your chances of getting into the algorithm, more is better than less. In this case, we used that as sort of a blueprint for our first breakout into YouTube and to crack into travel vlogging, and it really worked. We were posting every other day and we saw substantial growth quickly from doing that and making sure that our videos were as high quality as we could make them. Here's my tea. Okay, so this next tip I have heard from other YouTubers, but I want to reiterate it because I feel like the emphasis hasn't been put on it enough. You can definitely start YouTube with what you already have. If you have a smartphone, I still edit our vlogs using iMovie, which is a free application on my MacBook, and I use Canva for all of our graphic design and the graphics and everything, all the animations and stuff that I do on our videos. I use Canva for that. I think it's a little bit underestimated in my opinion. I think we do pretty good for what we have, and I think it's enough. It seems to be enough so far. I still want to keep improving, but to get started, I think these apps are like a godsend, and anyone can get started using just iMovie and Canva. And we started just with our Canon G7X Mark II. We've since acquired like a gimbal for that, which we really like. We also have the Sony ZV-1, which we really like as well. It has a little bit better audio, but I still really like the Canon G7X. And we have our DJI drone, which we think was a great investment as well, but it's not necessary. It just depends on what sort of content that you plan on doing. But I really do believe that anyone can get started with what they already have. And that sort of brings me to my next point. No one really mentioned the mental roller coaster that YouTube can really bring you on. You can feel on top of the world sometimes, and within the same day you can feel, you know, not so good basing on the numbers. So that's sort of like a new mental battle to get over. Not letting that fully consume you is pretty difficult when you first get started or start seeing any growth or anything. It's very hard to, like, yeah, I don't even know the right term for that. I'm talking too much. My tea's gone cold. Another thing is when you're first getting started, you're gonna have to work for free for a while before you see any return. That's what I've noticed with all the online stuff that we've done across the board, is you've got to put in a lot of hours at the beginning to get any return. but it is always worth it in the end. I think when you finally do that first like one passive income, it becomes so addictive because you actually do understand that you will see a return from it someday. You just aren't sure when and how much it'll be, but it's always worth it. You gotta put out a lot of content before you see any return. So definitely be patient and hang in there and double down on what video has taken off and what has worked and what you enjoy making as well. That's the most important, because that's how you will stay with it and it'll carry on forever. This is going to save you if you are like me. I wish someone would have told me straight from the beginning. I was pretty good with this, but it's really important to stay organized and to keep all of your content. Even if you don't think you're gonna use it for anything, if it doesn't apply to the video you're making now, hold on to it on a hard drive or Google Drive, whatever. Hold on to everything you film, because I promise you there will be some reason that you want that content back for B-roll, for a future video. Maybe you go on a trip and you want to do a top 5 places that you visited. You want to be able to keep that content, and even in years time there might be a reason that you decide that you want those videos. And I lost one of our SIM cards from early days and I'm devastated about it, because there's been so many times I could have used everything that was on there. So hold on tight to all of your SD cards and keep everything in different folders on your hard drive and keep things organized. Label when things are from. You'll be so thankful in the future. I'm quite a messy person, so anything organized related is a bit of a struggle for me, but I'm really grateful that I've stuck with this one because it saved me a bunch of time and I've been able to make extra videos with the content I've already taken for other videos, and yeah, you just make more money off your content. I think when you're first getting started with YouTube, it's easy to compare to the people that have been doing it for a long time and assume that, oh, like they must have gone to school for it, or they have all this experience and, you know, I'm never going to be that good. But obviously don't ever compare yourself, because you don't know what chapter they're on, what their journey is in life. But most YouTubers are self-taught, but they're just further along in their journey than you, because this isn't really a like something you go to like uni for or whatever. This is sort of like a new industry, like a whole new job, someone being a YouTuber and creating these videos. But a lot of people that are really succeeding on YouTube have just learned everything as they've gone, and through watching other people's videos like us. It seems like this community of people that are sort of just throwing out tips and helping each other. Most people don't have any formal training, and I think that's where the imposter syndrome comes in, because you're kind of like, I'm not trained in this, or I didn't go to school for this. Why am I being able to make money off it? Or why am I doing this at all? I shouldn't be doing it. But literally anyone can do it. If you can pick up a camera, if you can string a sentence together, you can do it. Mouth's dry. Another thing that we've kind of got sucked up into, I know I said that I wanted to do this because we got 50,000 subscribers, which is just exciting. I guess it's just more of a form of like social proof, right? That we've been putting in work. But subscribers at the end of the day don't really matter as much as we think they do, especially for things like brand sponsorships. What we found is more brands want to work with people who just get the video views. They don't care how many subscribers you have. So if your videos are getting lots of views, I mean, you'll be making a lot off ad revenue, but you'll also be getting brand sponsorship, so maybe not hyper focusing too much about the subscribers. I've mentioned before that we got our first brand sponsorship only when we had 1,500 subscribers. That was a paid brand sponsorship, and we worked with them for a while. Yeah, we only had 1,500 subscribers, but our views were pretty high. So don't get too hyper focused on subscribers. I think really just focus on making good videos that people are gonna watch, and the subscribers will happen, and you'll make way more money just focusing on the videos. Promise you. Honestly, I wish I just would have started sooner, if I'm being completely honest. That's what someone, you know, I wish someone would have said, pushed me a little bit more, but I'm grateful like we took the time to do it. But if you're considering starting a YouTube channel, I just think it has so many benefits. As far as marketing and, you know, helping a business, or if you just want to make videos, video content is king at the moment. Everyone's, you know, every app is switching to video content, and the longer tail YouTube videos that will be shown forever. YouTube is evergreen. Your videos will be shown forever. People can access them first, you know, and you can keep making money off them forever and ever. which is why I think this app is superior to that of TikTok or Instagram, because of the information that you can get from it, the continuing of showing your content. If people are searching for it and you provide the information, that it keeps getting shown. I think that puts it above every other app, so it's better to invest your time on YouTube, in my opinion. Obviously all the other apps have their advantages as well, but if I was to give anyone advice about, you know, if they wanted to start on something, I would say start a YouTube channel 100%. This has been a really great decision for us. We've seen a lot of growth in all aspects of our business. I think the hardest hurdle to get over is just not caring what people think, especially at the beginning when you're not getting the views and you're not second guessing yourself and thinking that you're doing the wrong thing if it's not taking off straight away, is the absolute hardest part. So if you can get through that, which I believe anyone can, and it's great on the other side, then you can have a successful YouTube channel. You just gotta stick with it. YouTube loves the quantity, like I said. So just create quality, lots of videos, and it should work. Hope you guys have found this video helpful, and it's a little bit more laid back style than what we normally do, but I just wanted to chat, and I just wanna say thank you for supporting our channel. Hope I can provide as much value as possible. And as always, we will see you guys in the next one. Bye.